फ्रेंड्स, हाऊ आर यू? मजेत ना? असायलाच पाहिजे. माय सेल्फ मिस्टर नरेंद्र जंगले. वेलकम स्टूडेंट्स. टुडे वी आर गोइंग टू स्टडी SSC Standard 9th Maths Part 1, that means Algebra's 6th chapter, Financial Planning. Financial planning is very important in our life. This financial planning is important not only for exam, but it is important for your future and the whole life. That's why study that financial planning properly or with concentration. Now in this chapter, two main parts are there: savings and the investment. In first point, we are going to study this savings and investments. So what is meant by that savings and investment? So let us learn about that. So every person, every individual needs some money to fulfill his present needs. So after completing that daily or present needs, the remaining amount that person saves for the future needs, because in future also expenditures are there. So he plan for the future and saves some money for the future. And some persons, that savings are also important for us. It is essential to keep the savings in a safe place, in a safe instruments. Parts are there. The investment, when we invest, we have to see two things: whether the investment is safe or unsafe, यानी रिस्की है या सेफ है. सेकंड, हाउ मेनी टाइम्स इट ग्रोज, कितना ग्रो होने वाला है. दैट टू पार्ट्स आर देयर. सो हियर व्हाट इज मीन बाय फाइनेंशियल प्लानिंग? अ पर्सन और एनी इंडिविजुअल आफ्टर कंप्लीटिंग द एक्सपेंडिचर्स ऑफ अ डे प्रेजेंट नीड्स, द रिमेनिंग अमाउंट he saves for the future, that is called the saving. Now some persons invest that saving in different instruments in order to grow that investment or that saving, and all this called a financial planning. So financial planning is essential for two purpose: to fulfill our present needs, for that also money is required, and to fulfill the future needs, because in future we required more money, and to fulfill that needs in the future we have to save the money today, and we can use that money savings in your future. Now financial planning plays an important role. It is useful for the provisions for the predictable expenditures as well as unpredictable expenditures. So let us see which are the predictable expenditures in a life of individual. जनरल पर्सन, कोई भी अगर जनरल हम लोग लेते हैं तो उसके लाइफ में विच आर द प्रेडिक्टेबल इसका मतलब जो हमें पता है, एंड अनप्रेडिक्टेबल यानी हम लोग उसको एक्सपेक्ट नहीं करते बट वो आ जाता है, बीच में आ जाता है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल अर्थक्वेक, हम लोग सोचते हैं कि अर्थक्वेक आना चाहिए, नहीं, बट सपोज आ गया. फ्लड, these are the natural calamities or accident, such are unpredictable, but that requires a money, because of the earthquake there is a loss of the properties or the assets. Let us see that are the predictable expenses: education of children and other expenses for the children, that is the expected. अगर बच्चे हैं तो उसके लिए एजुकेशन के लिए खर्चा लगने वाला है, उनका अगर कुछ कपड़ा वगैरह कुछ जो कुछ चाहिए वो पैसा लगने वाला है. सो दीज आर द प्रेडिक्टेबल एक्सपेंसेस. सेकेंड थिंग, कैपिटल फॉर द प्रोफेशन एंड बिजनेस. अगर किसी का बिजनेस है, देन फॉर दैट बिजनेस वी नो सम मनी, सम अमाउंट इज रिक्वायर्ड फॉर द बिजनेस, सो दैट इज द एक्सपेक्टेबल. बाइंग अ व्हीकल, फॉर दैट पर्पज वी नीड द मनी. Buying a building or house, buying a house, for that we required the money. Old age requirement, जैसे जैसे एज बढ़ता जाएगा खर्चा बढ़ता जाएगा, मेंटेनेंस इस गाड़ी का भी बढ़ता जाएगा. and that's why we required more money for the old ages. So all are the predictable. So marriage of the children and etc. these are the predictable expenditures. हम लोग को पता है, हम लोग पहले से उसके लिए प्रोविजन करके रखते हैं. We make provision for that one, for the education of the children, for the marriage of the children, and some other expenses, means old age expenses. But some unpredictable expenditures are there, expenses are there, which first one is natural disaster. That means earthquake, flood, etc. These are the natural disaster. So these are not predictable, these are unpredictable. Second thing, medical expenses for a family members. Sometimes we do not expect some disease, cancer or other diseases, but if that disease came in our life, then we need so many money for that, amount for that, for the hospitalization, and these are the medical expenses. Second, loss due to accident. Suppose any accident is there, that accident also destroy our properties or our organs or our body. So loss due to that accident. Then sudden death. Suppose only one man is there in your family who is earning some money, and if a sudden death of that person takes place, then what happens? There is no income in that family. So in such case, in such situation, if we save, there is a saving or provision for the future. For example, term life insurance, that is for such provisions. इसके लिए टर्म लाइफ इंश्योरेंस रहता है कि इन अ स्मॉल अमाउंट, छोटा सा अमाउंट हम लोग भरते हैं, लेकिन अगर उसका कुछ जो कमाने वाला है उसका डेथ हो जाता है, then that company gives us a lump sum amount, and that amount is very very useful in such cases for that family. So these are the expectable and unexpectable expenditure or expenses. To fulfill that, we have to save money today. So that's why saving is important. Now second thing, if we save money, it is essential to invest that money in a safe places. For example, bank FDs, shares. But in shares there is a risk, that is not a safe place, because in shares if we invest 1000 rupees, that 1000 rupees becomes 2000 or 500. Both the possibilities are there. In shares में क्या हो सकता है, वो बढ़ेगा भी या घटेगा भी. But in FD अगर हम लोग बैंक में डालते हैं, but we should see the bank is a nationalized or a safe bank. That credit society and other patpedis, these are not a safe, वो बंद हो सकते हैं. But SBI, nationalized bank, so that banks gives us a less interest, but our money is safe, our saving is safe. So first thing, we have to see the safety, and second thing, the growth. So we invest for the growth, कि अपना जो पैसा हम लोगों ने वहाँ पे डाला है, that investment or that money should be grow after some years. So after 10 years it becomes double, or after 12 years it becomes double. In some cases after 7 years it double. So that is called the saving. So in this way, in this chapter, the examples which are in a practice set 6.1, all these examples are based on this savings and the investment. And to solve these examples, we need one concept, that is called percentage. So that percentage is very very important concept to solve the examples from this practice set. So let us see some examples of percentage. So here, if we have given this 200 out of 750, then how many percent? So how to calculate? 200 out of 750. So how many percent? How to calculate? This 200 divided by out of 750 and multiplied by 100. Means whenever we have to calculate percentage, multiplied by 100. ये zero cancel हो गया. So this becomes 2000 divided by 75. So here we get 25 3s are and 25 8s are. So 380 divided by 3. Then if we calculate, then here 3 2s are 6. Then we get 20 3 6 are 18. Then 20 again 20. So we get 3 6 are 26.66%. Like this we can calculate the percentage. And second thing, 8% is given of 800. 8% of 800 or 10% of 800. 10% of 800. How to calculate? 10 divided by 100. 10% of means multiply. This is first case and this is second case. So this percentage plays very important role to calculate the profit, loss and all this investment. So 10% of 800, how to calculate? 10 divided by 100 multiplied by this 800. So we get the amount. 0 get cancelled. So 10 adds are 80. 80 is the 10% of 800. So let us see that practice set 6. Question number 1 from practice set 6.1. So here all are the statement sums in this practice set 6.1. So before solving, read twice that statement sum and then try to solve. So what is given here? Alka spends 90% of the money that she receives or earns every month. So she spends 90% money and remaining amount saving. So 90% अगर spend किया तो कितना बचा? 10%, and that 10% saving is 120 rupees. So 10% amount is 120. So how much money does she get monthly? So let or suppose she get rupees X monthly. So that final that we have to find, let it be X. So here how much money does she get monthly? Let it be X. So let or suppose she or Alka get rupees X per month. So this is her monthly income. Now Alka spends 90% of X. Therefore Alka's saving is 90%, मतलब 100% माइनस दिस 90%. तो कितना हो गया? This is 10%. So her saving is 10%, but the saving is given, but she saves rupees 120. कितना saving है? Rupees 120. Therefore we get 10% of total income, यानी X is equal to 120. We get one equation. So 10% of X is equal to 120. Now you know how to calculate. 10% means 10 divided by 100. इसका मतलब होता है 10% का 10 divided by 100 और ऑफ मतलब multiplied by X is equal to 120. ये जीरो यहाँ पे ही कैंसिल कर देते हैं. Therefore X is equal to this 120 as it is multiplied by इसका reciprocal. Reciprocal means numerator denominator उल्टा कर दो, चेंज कर दो. 1/10 becomes 10 by 1. No need to write this one. So X is equal to 1200. So we can write our answer. So Alka's monthly income or earning is equal to rupees 1200. So this is monthly income. So in this way easily we can solve the first sum from practice set 6.1. Now let us see question number 2 from practice set 6.1. Each and every sum is a statement sum. So read that sum carefully. Sumit borrowed a capital of rupees 50,000 to start his food product business. So first business he borrowed rupees, यानी principal amount कितना हो गया? He borrows rupees 50,000 and start his food product business. In the first year he suffered a loss of 20%. 20% loss हो गया first year. Then the remaining amount, loss के बाद जो बचा हुआ है, that amount is invested in the other business, that is the sweet business, and he made a profit of 5% profit. So how much was his profit or loss computed on his original capital? So in this transaction, in 2 years we have to calculate total profit or total loss in percentage. So how to calculate? First one, that person is Sumit. So Sumit borrowed rupees 50,000. So it is initial capital in the business. यानी स्टार्टिंग में कितना पैसा डाला है बिजनेस में? 50,000 rupees. So in the first business, what is the first business? In food business. He started food business. From that amount, food business, in this business there is a loss of how many percent? 5%. Sorry, loss of 20%. Loss of 20%. Therefore calculate the loss. Therefore loss is equal to, कितना लॉस हुआ उसको कैलकुलेट करते हैं. कैसा? 20% ऑफ कितना अमाउंट उसने इन्वेस्ट किया था? 50,000. He invested 50,000 and on that 50,000 20% loss. So calculate the loss. 20 divided by 100 and of means multiplied by 50,000. So this zero get cancelled, this 0 and this 0 get cancelled. So 5,000 multiplied by 2 we get 10,000. So 10,000 rupees, that is the loss. So how will we get remaining amount? Initial amount कितना है? The initial amount is 50,000. He invested 50,000 in the business of this food. Now remaining amount, लॉस हो गया उसको एक साल में 10,000 का. So remaining amount equals initial capital 50,000 minus this loss 10,000. So remaining amount is 40,000. Now this 40,000, second step, this 40,000, so 40,000 invested in स्वीट बिजनेस. उसने मिठाई का एक बिजनेस स्टार्ट कर दिया, स्वीट बिजनेस यानी स्वीट मार्ट. देन हियर 5% प्रॉफिट इज देयर. सो हियर देयर इज अ प्रॉफिट ऑफ 5%. सो कैलकुलेट द प्रॉफिट. देयरफॉर प्रॉफिट इक्वल्स 5% ऑफ कितना पैसा डाला इसमें? 40,000 का 5%. So we get 2 divided by 100 multiplied by 40,000. So that is the profit. So we get this 0, this 0, this 0, this 0 get cancelled. 5 4s are 20 and 2 0, 2,000 rupees profit. So total profit or loss is there. Here loss is, here there is a loss. Loss कितना हुआ उसको? 10,000 एंड प्रॉफिट कितना हुआ? 2,000. तो टोटल प्रॉफिट है या लॉस है? लॉस. therefore टोटल लॉस इज इक्वल टू ये 10,000 लॉस माइनस दिस 2,000 प्रॉफिट. ये वापस आ गया उसके पास. सो 8,000 लॉस. therefore परसेंट लॉस, कितना परसेंट लॉस हुआ? परसेंट लॉस इज इक्वल टू लॉस डिवाइडेड बाय कैपिटल. इनिशियल कैपिटल कितना है? 50,000 एंड मल्टीप्लाइड बाय 100. ये 2 0, ये 2 0 गेट कैंसल. सो वी गेट दिस 2 zeros and 2 zeros get cancelled. So 80 divided by 5 is 16%. 16 5s are 80. So 16% loss is there in the 2 year. So in 2 years 16% loss is there in both business. दोनों बिजनेस में उसको लॉस कितना हो गया? 16% लॉस, यानी 8,000 रुपीज लॉस हो गया इन बोथ द बिजनेस. सो इन दिस वे वी कैन फाइंड द लॉस और प्रॉफिट इन द सेकेंड सम. नाउ लेट अस सी क्वेश्चन नंबर 3. दैट क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 इज सिमिलर टू क्वेश्चन नंबर 1. 1 and that third one are same. Nikhil spent 5% of his monthly income on his children's education. 5% on children's education. Invested 40% in shares. Deposited 3% in a bank and 40% used for daily expenses. And the remaining amount left with him or balance amount is 19,000. What was his income in that month? So let his income. So let Nikhil's income be rupees X. X rupees उसका income है. Now expenditures. So first one is 5% total amount, 5% that is spent on children's, 5% spent on children's education fee, etc. The next one is 14% investment or invested shares, 3% in bank, deposited in a bank, and 40% expenses or expenditure. So total is this 5 plus 4 9 plus 3 12, and this is 62%. So 62%, these are expenses. So what is the balance amount? Therefore balance amount equals 100% minus 62%, we get 38%. तो उसके पास कितना पैसा बचा? 38%. बट द बैलेंस अमाउंट इज गिवन. कितना है बैलेंस? बट बैलेंस अमाउंट इक्वल्स रुपीज 19,000. उसके पास कितना पैसा बचा है? 19,000. नाउ कैलकुलेट. देयरफॉर total income is X. 38% of that total income X is equal to 19,000. So we get 38% means 38 divided by 100 of means multiplied by X is equal to 19,000, and therefore this X is equal to 19,000 multiplied by 100 divided by 38. So here 19 ones are 19 and 1 2 3 0 and 19 twos are 38. 19 से डिवाइड कर दिया. 2 ones are 2, 2 5s are 10, 50. So we get X is equal to 1000 multiplied by 50. So X is equal to 5 ones are 5, 1 2 3 4 zeros, 50,000. So Nikhil's monthly income or Nikhil's income for this month, Nikhil's income for this month equals rupees 50,000. तो उसका कितना इनकम है? 50,000 rupees. And out of this 50,000, the 62% are expenses and 38% saving, that is 19,000. Now let us see question number 4. here two persons are there. Mr. Sayyad kept rupees 40,000 in a bank at 8% compound interest for 2 years. Mr. Fernandez invested rupees 1,20,000 in a mutual fund for 2 years, and after 2 years Mr. Fernandez got rupees 1,92,000. यानी 1,20,000 इन्वेस्ट किया in a mutual fund, and after 2 years he get how many money? He got rupees 1,92,000, whose investment turned out to be more profitable. So whose investment is profitable, that we have to decide, Mr. Sayyad or Mr. Fernandez. So first one, in first case, for Mr. Sayyad, we have to calculate the percent profit for everyone. दोनों के लिए परसेंट प्रॉफिट निकालो. Here P यानी इन्वेस्टेड अमाउंट इज 40,000. Rate of interest R is equal to 8%, and how many years? N is equal to 2 years. So in 8th standard, in a compound interest, we studied one formula, amount by compound interest. A is equal to P into bracket 1 plus R by 100 raised to N. So using this formula we get the amount, and A minus P we get the compound interest. So here it is 40,000 invested amount, 1 plus rate of interest is 8 divided by this 100 and multiplied by this 2. So here we get 4 2s and 4 25s. Simplify this one, this 40,000 as it is into bracket 25 ones are 25 plus 2 27 divided by this 25 bracket square. 40,000 multiplied by this 27 upon 25 into 27 upon 25. तो 25 से डिवाइड करते 25 वंजा 25 वंजा 25, कितना बचा? 25 6 जा 150 और 2 0. नाउ 25 से डिवाइड करो अगेन, 25 6 जा 150, बचा कितना? 10, उस पे 0, 25 4 जा, सो 64. सो वी गेट 64 into 27 into 27. So this product is 64 into, so this square is 729. So this product is 46,656. So this is the A. Calculate I, compound interest. I is equal to this 46,656 minus 40,000. The formula for I is equal to A minus P. So we get 6656. Therefore percent profit, कितना प्रॉफिट हुआ? 6656 divided by this 40,000 multiplied by 100. ये 0 0 get cancel. So 6656 divided by 400. So we get 16.64%. Here for Mr. Sayyad get 16.64% return on his investment. Now second case for Mr. Fernandez. For Mr. Fernandez, profit or return, here it is called return. He got 1,92,000 and invested 1,20,000. So the profit is 72,000. Therefore percent profit or percent return, that is called return on the investment, that is 72,000 divided by 1,20,000 total investment multiplied by this 100. 2 0 get cancel. This 2 zeros and this 2 zeros get cancel. So we get 12 ones are 12, 6 are and 0. So 60% return is there. So here for Mr. Syed, in the investment of Mr. Syed get 16.64% return, and this Fernandes, Mr. Syed got 16.64% return on his investment. And here that Fernandes got 60% return. So whose investment is profitable? So Mr. Fernandes. Therefore we can write the conclusion, Mr. Fernandes investment is profitable. So whose investment is profitable? So Mr. Fernandes investment is profitable. In this way we can compare the investment of two persons in question number 4. Now let us see last sum, question number 5 from this practice set. What is given? Samira spent 90% of her income and donated 3% for socially useful causes, and she left rupees 1750. So find her actual income. So what was her actual income? So sum number 1, sum number 3 and sum number 5 are same. So let Samira's income be rupees X. Now she spends 90%, spends 3% donate. So total is 93% total expenses. Total expenses are 93%. So remaining amount, what is the remaining amount? Therefore remaining amount is 100 minus 93. So only 7% is balance, but she saves rupees 1750, and therefore what we get, 7% of total income, yani X is equal to 1750. So solve this one, we get the value of X. So calculate the value of X. 7% means 7 divided by 100 multiplied by X is equal to 1750. So X is equal to 1750 multiplied by reciprocal of this, उसको उल्टा कर दो, 100 divided by 7. Therefore X is equal to 1750 और ये 20 divided by this 7. Now divided by 7, so X is equal to 175000 divided by 7. So we get 7 2s are 14, बचेगा कितना 3, 7 5s are 35 and 3 0. So her income means Samira's monthly income equals rupees 25,000. So in this way we can solve the sums which are based on the savings and the investments. So friends, here this practice set 6.1 is completed. If you have any doubt in practice set 6.1 or in financial planning, then you can write in the comment box. I will definitely clear your doubt. And if you like the video, please press the like button and don't forget to subscribe the channel so you will get the upcoming videos, and share these videos to your friends. Thank you.